Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. I like doing thought experiments. By seeing what could happen in the extremes, we may get practical ideas. Besides, I find thought experiments fun. Well, I thought of a thought experiment today as I was doing my taxes. What if there were no government? I feel I don't get much in return for all the taxes I pay, but would the U.S. be better if there were less government, no government, or more government? So here are some changes that would accrue from no government, and my brief thoughts on each, and at the end I'll offer a conclusion. No government, of course, means no taxes. Would voluntarism be enough? I doubt it. There'd be no public schools. Well, our school system is a leviathan bureaucracy, with too much money going to administration of all those federal, state, and local rules and regulations, too little to the marionetted teachers. The teachers' unions tend to strangle charter schools because those are rarely subject to the union rules, such as teachers getting lifetime tenure after just 2 or 3 years, and usually get to keep their jobs even if they burn out. But if all schools were private, would enough of the public pony up so poor kids could go? Private roads? Who would pay in, for example, no residency areas like freeways? That idea of private roads just seems too fraught with insufficient benefit, other than road building done by the usually more efficient private sector. No regulation of drugs. A libertarian argued that the public would hear about bad players, and so they'd avoid drugs made by those companies. No. For example, it takes years to know if a drug is problematic, and even then, most people, even many doctors, wouldn't know about it. We need the Food and Drug Administration. While we're on the topic of drugs, there have been countries like Switzerland and I believe Portugal that experimented with just legalizing everything. And I think they've pulled back on that because logically it makes sense that you're going to make it more available, people are going to use it more, and of course there are huge painful costs to people in their lives as well as their families and their co-workers and victims of accidents. So, I think we need drug enforcement even though it's not going to be perfect. No government, no environmental regulations. Well, some of those are more for show than go, especially with much of the world spewing much more than our edicts could save. For example, China continuing to expand its coal-fired power plants. That said, we probably need an environmental protection agency, probably not all the other million other agencies responsible for the environment, but we certainly need to pay greater attention to cost-benefit. For example, their decisions to not build freeways and force people on the mass transit or stay home unduly restricts freedom, adds stress to the commute, to all driving, and steals hours from people's already overpacked days. Healthcare. The government is attempting to provide health care for everyone, legals and illegals, those who pay in and those who do not, which makes access difficult, causing unnecessary pain and even death to people. Cosmically, it doesn't feel just for legal contributors to the system to suffer so that illegals and non-payers get access. No government, less of what I perceive as an existential injustice. No government, no Social Security. Well, I have mixed feelings on this one. Many people lack the discipline to save regularly for retirement, and that's important. Should we force them? Or should they be free to spend and save as they choose? I'm agnostic about this one. Libraries. They're peaceful centers of knowledge. I love them. But today people get so much content on the net and websites that sell inexpensively, books and online videos, and so it would seem that the expensive chains of brick-and-mortar libraries are a huge vestigial government expense, taxpayer expense. More cost-effective today would seem to be reference librarians, reachable by phone or email or text, and those free little libraries, those covered boxes on residential streets where people can leave and take books? Police and military. Would private police and army be superior? I don't know. Mercenaries don't have a great reputation, and I'm not sure that privatizing airport security workers change things much. In sum, no government is a bad idea. This thought experiment leads me to advocate smaller government. Yeah, drug and environmental regulation. Yeah, modest safety net. Yeah, military but scaled down, and privatized schools and libraries. Well, what do you think? In any event, that little thought experiment is called What If There Were No Government? As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. And certainly would welcome you taking a look at any of my 32 books. The one most relevant to this is probably my book, Thought Experiments, but all 32 are on Amazon. You can just go there, search on my name, Marty Nemko, N-E-M-K-O, and you will find more than you can stomach. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.